Okay, real quick for anyone watching this, I'm in the middle of a renewal call right now with Daniel. He wanted to renew and work another year with us. We've been working together for the last 12, 13 months, so pretty much a year. We just spent the last 45 minutes going through his numbers of 2025, and we're also going to do that for him within the next year. So we're actually looking what we're going to do for the next year. So while I was talking with Daniel, I was like, hey, what if you just leave a testimonial right here in a call? Because the year went great, the tax saving is there. I just had the opportunity to hear what Daniel wanted to say. So Daniel, I appreciate you allowing me to do this, and I'll make you some few questions for the audience, and let's do this.
No, this is fine. I'm happy to. I mean, given how last year went, it's the least I can do.
Yeah, amazing. So Daniel, I'm not gonna keep this long because we are already 45 minutes in for our call. But just to make the short version, like what were you doing with taxes before you came to us? And what made you really start looking into tax saving, tax strategy at all?
Yeah. Well, I run a personal injury firm, mostly some auto, some premises liability, a little med mal, but I've been on my own for about 11 years now, and I've had I still work with this guy on film side. It's a CPA I've used since basically the year I opened. He's a good guy, really thorough. I trusted him completely, but I think it was kind of a problem in a way that I trust him so much. Now that not that he was bad, he wasn't bad, but every year I'd write him these checks like to the IRS, and I'd kind of grimace and I'd ask him, I'd say, is there anything else we can do? And he'd say, well, we're doing what we can do. And I just take him at that answer.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's very common because CPAs are just doing filing. They're reporting pretty much your previous year to the IRS, and that's it. Okay,
Yeah.
amazing. Walk me through the numbers roughly, like what you were paying before starting to work with us.
Yeah. Well, between federal and state, in a good year, and
Mhm.
I had some really good years coming off some big settlements. I was paying close to 400K a year in a normal year, 250 to 300K. So we're talking, I don't know, over the course of my career, probably north of 2.5 million in taxes. And I just thought that was the deal, like that's the cost of just doing well.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's painful. I see. Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah, very painful.
yes. So, what's the first thing that comes to, I mean, what changed? Like what's the first thing that comes to your mind to make a change? Like because I'm assuming you didn't found tax. I mean, you probably found tax strategies out of nowhere, but what got you to actually book a call? Like what made you realize after so many years that there is a better opportunity to kind of save on taxes?
Um, well, honestly, uh, it was a conversation I was at a conference in Vegas,
Mhm.
plaintiffs bar conference, and I'm at dinner with this other attorney guy from Texas, very similar practice, similar income. He starts talking about his short-term rental and how it
Right.
offset his, I know like 140,000 of his income last year, something like that. And I'm sitting there going, what are you talking about? And how can
Yeah.
I do that? And he kind of looked at me. He kind of looked at me like I had three heads. And he goes, hey, man, you don't have anybody helping you with this stuff? And I went home and I felt like, I won't lie, I felt a little stupid.
Yeah.
Like how am I 11 years into this and I don't know what this guy is talking about? So I started scrolling on social media and I got a bunch of ads and things talking about tax strategy. And hey, that's when I found you guys.
Gotcha. Okay. So that was pretty much the push of the button that you had on that conversation with that person. Okay, amazing. Well, I'm definitely glad that you found us because in the first place, you wouldn't be on that position today if it wasn't for that ad that comes to your feed and you just book a call with us. So, okay, amazing. Let me ask you this: how was the first conversation with that you had with my team? The first call that you had?
Yeah, it was okay. I'll be honest, I was a little skeptical because everybody on the internet says they can save you money
Yeah,
on taxes or do some tricks, right? Uh,
right.
uh, and every ad I scrolled past for 2 weeks was somebody promised me to save on taxes. So I came in pretty guarded, but your team, the guy I talked to, walked me through my actual numbers and he showed me line by line, here's what is possible. Here is what isn't. And here's what's going to take some work on your end.
Right.
And he didn't promise me anything. He told me we don't make guarantees on taxes. The FTC doesn't allow it, but there's what we think the math looks like. And that was actually what sold me because the people promising big or weird guarantees are the ones, I just don't trust them, especially because in the past, uh, I got a burden there. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. That's a big one. And I understand that as well because at the end of the day, listen, we're in a professional field. And one thing that I believe is that the only thing that is truly guaranteed on life is just death, in my opinion. It's also unethical to promise something that I mean, you can expect, but you cannot truly predict. Because at the end of the day, I mean, Daniel, we got you the results that we got you because you've committed to our plan and to all the guidance and the investment that was required for you to get there. So, like for me as a founder at TaxPrime, we can certainly guarantee you that I can 3 or 4x your return on the service fee that you pay to us. But the only thing that I cannot guarantee is that are you going to commit it to it like you did? So yeah, certainly the only guarantee that we have, if you want to call it that way, is that we'll refund the money of every person that wants to decide to work with us in the event that the tax saving that they have is just less than the cost of the service that they paid with us. But yeah, I mean, that apart, you did an amazing job because you committed, you collaborated with us for all the year. And that's extremely important. But that apart, again, walk me through what actually happened in terms of strategies within this year that we worked together.
Yeah. So the big one was the short-term rental piece. You guys connected me with a real estate partner who
Yeah,
found me a property in a vacation market. We
mhm,
bought it. Uh, I manage it technically. I mean, my wife does most of the actual work.
yeah,
Let's be honest. But I'm involved enough that I qualify on the participation hours. And
right.
then you did a what's it called? The engineering study.
Oh, the cost segregation, the
Yeah,
cost
yeah,
seg,
yeah. The cost seg.
right?
Right, right. So they did the cost seg study, and that produced. I don't even know how to explain it correctly, but basically accelerated this huge depreciation deduction
Yes,
into year one. Something like $150,000 of paper losses that I could actually use against my income. That was the move that did most of the heavy lifting.
gotcha. Yeah, cost seg is a big one. Is is probably one of the biggest strategies that's really accelerate depreciation and create a massive paper loss. So great, great that you went there into this. I'm assuming you did an Airbnb with a short-term rental, right?
Yeah, yeah. You restructured my wife's side business. She
Yeah,
does some consulting on the side into an S corp, and that saved us, I don't know, 15 grand or something on the self-employment side.
right.
We did this thing called the Augusta rule thing. Like we were billed the firm for using our house for a few business meetings during the year. Totally, it was totally documented, totally above the board, and that was another 14,000. And then we put my oldest daughter on the payroll for some marketing work she actually does for the firm. It's real work, real timesheet. So she gets paid. She's a zero tax bracket because of her standard deduction, and that money comes off the top of mine.
Great. Amazing. I'm happy to hear all that. Now, final number, like what, like when we did a filing for you in April, what was the saving? How much money have you saved by applying all of these strategies in the course of 12 months?
Yeah. So compared to what I've paid under the old structure, the savings ended up being the around $100,000 in 1 year.
Let's go. Amazing.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
yeah,
Great.
yeah. It
So
was
is
amazing.
100K less from what you were originally paying, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. I'm excited to hear that. I'm so happy. Great. So yeah, Daniel, I mean, so far you just shared an amazing experience. So super good words, super good remarks. And I don't want to take more of your time because we've already been like 55 minutes in on this call so far. So far, I don't have any question. The only last question I have for you is if somebody is watching this video right now and they're kind of where you were like 18 months ago, let's say 3 years ago or 2 years
Mhm,
ago, what would
mhm.
you say to them? Because maybe they're skeptical or on the fence, they don't know if this work or not.
Yeah. I say if you're making enough money and your tax bill feels insane every single year, there's almost certainly stuff you don't know about because the people you're paying to do your taxes aren't paid to find it. And the
Right.
only reason not to at least have the conversation is, I don't know, probably pride. I don't know what it is, but the conversation is free and you should at least have it. That's pretty much what I would say.
Daniel, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for all the good words. And we're going to definitely help you as well for the next year, man.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do it.
Yes, let's do it, sir.